What if I told you that the same financial force that makes billionaires richer every single day is the exact same force that keeps millions of Americans trapped in debt forever? It's called compound interest. And depending on which side of it you're on, it will either build your wealth silently in the background or bleed you dry without you even noticing. I'm going to show you real numbers, real exemples, and exactly what you need to do to make sure this force works for you, not against you. Stay with me, because understanding this one concept will completely change the way you see money forever. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're breaking down compound interest, one of the most powerful forces in personal finance. Albert Einstein allegedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. Whether he said it or not, the math doesn't lie. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how compound interest works, how to use it to build wealth, and how to make sure it never works against you. What is compound interest? Let's start with the basics. Simple interest means you earn interest only on your original amount. If you invest $1,000 at 10% per year, you earn $100 every year. Nothing more, nothing less. Compound interest is completely different because you earn interest on your interest. So, in year one, you invest $1,000 and earn $100. Now you have $1,100. In year two, you earn 10% on $1,100. That's $110. Now you have $1,210 in year three. 10% on $1,210. That's $121. Now you have $1,331. See what's happening? The number keeps snowballing. It starts slow, almost invisible, but give it time and it becomes unstoppable. After 20 years, that same $1,000 doesn't become $4,000 like it would with simple interest. It becomes $17,449 with compound interest. Same money, same Haiti, completely different outcome. That difference, $13,000 created out of thin air, is the power of compounding. The power of time. Here's the part that blows people's minds. And honestly, the part that most people learn way too late. Time is the single most important ingredient in compound interest. Not how much you invest. Not which stocks you pick when you start. Let me give you two real examples with real numbers. Person A starts investing $200 a month at age 20. They do this consistently until age 62. Total amount invested, $96,000. Person B starts investing $200 a month at age 32. They also invest until age 62. Total amount invested, $72,000. Now, here's the question. Who ends up with more money at retirement? Assuming an 8% average annual return, Person A ends up with $702,000. Person B ends up with $298,000. Person A invested only $24,000 more, but ends up with over $400,000 more at retirement. That extra $400,000 wasn't created by working harder or investing smarter. It was created purely by starting 10 years earlier. That is the power of time in compound interest. And if you're watching this thinking, I'm already in my 30s or 40s, is it too late? Absolutely not. The second best time to start is always today. But the lesson is clear. Every single year you wait is extraordinarily expensive. How to make compound interest work for you? So how do you actually put this to work in real life? Let's break it down into concrete options. The first and most powerful option is index funds and investing in the S&P 500 through ETFs like VOO or SPY has historically returned around 10% per year on average over the long term. You put your money in, reinvest your dividends automatically, and let time do the heavy lifting. No stock picking, no stress, no guessing. The second option is your 401k and Roth IRA. These are tax-advantaged retirement accounts that supercharge compound growth. With a traditional 401k, Your contributions are pre-tax, meaning you invest more money up front. With a Roth IRA, your money grows completely tax-free. You pay taxes now and never again. That means compound interest working on a larger base with zero tax drag over decades. That is compound interest on steroids. If your employer offers a 401k match, that is free money. Contribute at least enough to get the full match every single time, no exceptions. The third option is high-yield savings accounts. Not as powerful as investing, but completely safe with today's higher interest rate environment. Many high-yield savings accounts are offering 4 to 5% APY. That still beats leaving your money in a checking account, earning basically nothing. The golden rule across all of these: always reinvest your returns. Never pull the money out early. Let the snowball keep rolling. The biggest mistake people make is interrupting the compounding process right before it starts accelerating. Hail, life story. The investor who did nothing. Let me tell you about a man named Ronald Reed. He was a gas station attendant and janitor in Vermont his entire life. He never earned a high salary. He never got a windfall inheritance. He never made a lucky investment. When he died in 2014 at the age of 92, he left behind an $8 million fortune, most of which he donated to his local library and hospital. How? He simply bought stocks in companies he understood, reinvested every dividend, and never sold. He let compound interest do its work for over 70 years. No MBA, no Wall Street connections, no secret strategy, just time and patience. That story is not an exception. That is exactly what compound interest does when you let it run. When compound interest destroys you, now, here's the dark side. And this is where the majority of Americans are getting absolutely crushed right now. Credit cards. The average American credit card charges between 20 and 29% interest per year, compounded monthly. Let that sink in. Let's say you carry a $5,000 balance on your credit card, and you only make minimum payments every month. At 24% APR. It will take you over 20 years to pay it off. And by the time you're done, you will have paid more than $11,000 in interest alone. You borrowed $5,000 and paid back over $16,000. That is compound interest working against you at full power. And it doesn't stop at credit cards. Student loans left unpaid. The interest capitalizes and gets added to your principal balance. So you're paying interest on a loan that keeps growing. Buy now, pay later schemes with deferred interest. Personal loans with high rates. Car loans stretched out to 7 years. The same mathematical force that silently builds wealth for investors is the same one silently destroying the finances of people carrying high-interest debt. The difference is devastatingly simple. Investors are on the receiving end. Debtors are on the paying end. The rule of 72, here's a quick mental tool. Every person handling money should know the rule of 72. Divide 72 by your annual interest rate, and you get the number of years it takes to double your money. At 6% return, your money doubles in 12 years. At 8% return, doubles in 9 years. At 10% return, doubles in 7.2 years. At 12% return, doubles in just 6 years. Now, flip it and apply it to debt. Credit card at 24% interest. Your debt doubles in just 3 years. Student loan H, 7% doubles in about 10 years if you're not paying it down. Use this rule whenever you're evaluating an investment or a loan. It cuts through all the noise and gives you the real picture instantly. The biggest mistakes people make before we wrap up. Let's talk about the 3 most common mistakes that prevent people from benefiting from compound interest. The first mistake is waiting to start. This is the most expensive mistake of all. Every year you delay is not just 1 year loss, it's years of compounding loss. The math is brutal, and it does not forgive procrastination. The second mistake is withdrawing early. Pulling money out of your investments resets the snowball. You lose not just the amount you withdrew, you lose all the future compounding that money would have generated. Early withdrawals from retirement accounts also come with penalties and taxes that make it even worse. The third mistake is ignoring high-interest debt while investing. A lot of people ask, should I invest or pay off my credit card first? The answer is almost always pay off the credit card first. You cannot outinvest a 24% interest rate. Eliminating that debt gives you a guaranteed 24% return. No investment can reliably match that. Conclusion. So let's bring it all together. Compound interest is the most powerful force in personal finance. It is working right now, every single day, either for you or against you. There is no neutral ground. The people who understand this and act on it early end up wealthy. The people who ignore it or end up on the wrong side of it spend decades paying for it. Start investing as early as possible, even if it's just $50 a month. Use tax-advantaged accounts like your Roth IRA and 401k. Always reinvest your returns and never interrupt the compounding process. Eliminate high-interest debt before anything else. And be patient. The real magic of compounding happens after year 10, year 20, year 30. The rich understand this deeply. Now, you do too. If this video changed the way you think about money, hit that like button and subscribe. We post every week with content that actually moves the needle on your finances. And drop a comment below. How old were you when you first learned about compound interest? I read every single comment. See you in the next one.